everybody doing? Good. Okay, so my name is Marian. This is my first YouTube video. I haven't really done a getting to know me video yet, but it'll soon be up. Don't worry about it. So we're gonna just do a hot topic today, and I have my friend here, Ladanmocktar. I don't know if I should have dropped your gubby like that, so I don't know. It's already there.
It's just 11, guys.
Okay. Yeah.
Who's Mukhtar?
So yeah, you can follow on Instagram. I'll just put it in the description box below. Go ahead and follow her there. But yeah, what are you waiting for? Click that subscribe button. Click it.
What you waiting for, sis?
What you waiting for? While you're at it, press that bell so you can get notifications. Got it? Cool.
Good.
Let's get into it. Okay, so our topic today is growing up as a Somali youth.
Yes.
And what it really means today.
Well, so I think any of my Somali brothers and sisters out there would know it's a struggle. I mean, there are peer pressures, there are temptations, there are drugs, there are double standards in our community. I mean, as much as I have so much love and passion for our culture and for our people, subhanallah, and today's society and with today's youth, there's just so much misguidance,
100%.
And I say this to myself before I say this to even, others. No preaching, no hypocrisy, just straight up honesty.
No, I feel you.
So yeah, what was your experience, Marian? Growing up, what are some of the first things that you've experienced? You're the second youngest?
Yeah. Come with a family of 6, and I'm one of the youngest. But yeah, it's actually, I like it, but there's a lot of things that could have been different. But yeah, being a Somali youth is I think it's the best thing, to be honest. But there's a lot of temptations in any other culture, race, or any ethnicity you're in. There's a lot of temptations. That's how it is. Life comes with temptations.
Absolutely. So personally for me, I come from a big family, but just my immediate family I'm an only child. So I don't have that experience of, siblings. And the closest experience I could have is I was raised with cousins. So there was a lot. I'm very grateful for the childhood I had and to have cousins, even though I didn't have siblings. They really did look out for me. They taught me everything I needed to know. So alhamdulillah for that.
Yeah.
But lots of issues in today's society, particularly just in the city we live in, and the country we live in, North America in general.
100%.
There's a lot of struggles, such as, for example, we can talk about peer pressure is how first friends you make in elementary school, generally, we like to cling to our own people. If you come from a diverse school, that is, so you generally would like to be friends with, my Hoya Somali, your Hoya Somali, let's link up.
Exactly. And 100%. Your parents already know each other before you even got into that door, man. Your Somalis just flock together.
You're practically cousins.
Exactly.
You really, that's my cousin. What? And that's another thing about Somali culture is you never know who your cousin is.
Exactly.
It's always an adventure.
Oh my god! Quick story. But I met my cousin that I didn't know was my cousin randomly. We were doing a program, and then 6 weeks into the program we were doing, she's like, "Yo, you're this person's sibling, right?" And I said, "Yeah, that's my cousin." What? How do you not know me then? I don't get it.
It's crazy. It's actually crazy.
Yo, that's how big Somali people community is.
It's huge.
Huge. Here in Ottawa, I don't know about where you live in your specific area.
Yeah, pretty much. What else? What else is there? There is temptations. What are things that you've been tempted up by personally in your life?
There's so much. There's something if you're not doing what everybody else is doing, especially didn't have very much Somalis in my school, and all the Somalis that I had in my school were all my friends already. So like I had a lot of different diverse backgrounds that I was hanging out with, and they didn't have the same religion or as I did. So what I thought was right, they thought it was wrong. So I got kind of tried to get pressured into going to shisha bars. Going to parties, which I never did, like just things like that. Like in high school, you just kind of felt left out as well. Like so, I think that's very much of a pressure, and a lot of youth do like fall into that pressure. Just being as a Muslim girl in Canada, like, it's something very many people deal with.
Absolutely. I can personally say that. We're already a minority just being black, but also being Muslim on top of that, and a female as a woman.
Yeah,
it's
100%.
just we're catching L. Their street credit sucks. If you think about it. So
Yeah.
it's. I mean, alhamdulillah, there's many blessings to being us. Being who we are. Embracing our culture and embracing our identity. But as well, there's a lot of struggles and discrimination that comes with that.
Oh yeah.
It's just there's already so much struggle in finding our identity in this country, because it's either
we're neither here nor there kind of thing.
Exactly. Are you more? And I've noticed that it's obviously it's hard to find that balance. Are you more American or Canadian, or are you more Somali cultured? And not a lot of people have that balance. They're two extremes generally. It's like either I embrace my Somali culture, or I straight up like bump Somali.
You're either a
I'm
fob
not about it,
or you're Adan. Sorry.
And that's just reality. I mean, it's not even like you're gonna be most likely.
You're not gonna be exposed to like having every other culture, So
exactly.
It's not only being white. It's just being like you're having that exposure to, like, even if we had a whole all black people or like all like different ethnicities, you won't be exposed to having other cultures as well,
Absolutely.
So it's just kind of like a balance of everything in life. So
it's hard to find that balance. It really is, because I mean, what is life? Life is just a journey of discovery, self-discovery, self-love. It's
self-love, self-care. You gotta have it. We're gonna have another video on that too. Don't worry, stay tuned.
Inshallah.
Inshallah.
But yeah, no, just and there's also that pressure of being happy with who you are. It's people assume that you gotta be happy right now. You gotta. You have to, like, what's wrong with you? And particularly in Somali culture, there's a stigma to mental illness. It's so sad to see that.
Yeah.
Within our Somali community, but
yeah.
How do I do that? I don't know how to read Quran. I don't know my deen. I need that basis. I need that foundation. How do I get that? And so there's also that issue, that barrier that they come across in their 100%. Lives, that obstacle. And then there's also that issue of, being raised. I've seen personally my male cousins who, they struggle with, their emotions. They don't express themselves as much, whereas the girls are free to express themselves. A girl cries, she's just a girl.
Especially,
she's just a girl.
When some people, not gonna say everybody, but like some people do have that stigma, like even as a young boy, like boys at a young age, like they don't have the freedom to say whatever they want to say, like especially when it comes to like being like kind of like toughen up, like they say toughen up, like why are you acting why are you crying, why are you acting like a girl, you're like. And then whereas your girl, you're like, you give them time to breathe, you like, yeah, exactly, you talk to them, it's okay, but why are you crying, kind of thing, and they have more patience. But whereas like a guy, when a little boy talks to them, they're like, stop crying, you're a man, be a man, kind of thing.
And it's terrible, and that also, there's also an issue with how boys and girls treat each other as well. There's those double standards where Wilasha, they go, the boys, sorry, right, we have English viewers, the boys, they'd go out and their parents let them go out late hours. This is not all Somali families, but like a lot of
double
that's one of those
standards.
double standards. I mean, lots of love and
Yeah.
thank you for for the parents for protecting their daughters, but as well as I feel like at the same time there's that issue and that double standard where if they can go out late at night, especially when they're teens or late teens, now they're in their 20s, early 20s, and they're they have college, they have uni, they got things to do. And
the girls have to be home at 6 o'clock,
and the
whereas
girls
the guys
have
can be
shortest curfews.
Yeah.
And this is not
And-
all Somali families, but I realize in our culture we do this.
Well, even like it doesn't have to be like short curfews, but like there's an expectation. Whereas like you won't ask questions from any of the males, but whereas like if she's coming at 9 o'clock, they'll ring you as soon as your class finishes. Let's say if you have a night class at 9 o'clock. Whereas like my brother can, or like not like my brother specifically, but brothers in general, like as a female, my brothers would be able to come home at midnight or something like that, or even later than that, or not even come home that day.
Facts,
like
facts. 32 missed calls you'll be getting. It's
yeah,
like
at 7 o'clock at night. Like I don't get it.
It's like it's daylight savings. It's 4 o'clock. The sun goes down.
Exactly.
Earlier now, but like parents, they still have that anxiety and that.
It's
concern.
3:30. I'm surprised they're not home by now. There's no winning.
What's the point? We're catching L's. We're catching L's. So the parents, they have that anxiety and that concern for their daughters, but like you also should have that concern for your sons as
100%,
well.
Yeah.
Because as much as there are predators out there for your daughters, there are also predators out there for your sons, influencing them. Gang culture. These are all things that are coming to get your kids, your sons particularly. So
yeah, especially like the high number of incarceration rate for Somali boys is crazy. I don't know about other cities, but especially in Ottawa, there's a crazy amount of incarceration rate for young Somali men.
Yeah.
And they just the lack. I don't blame parents, but like at the same time, At the same time, like, why is this happening? Why is there such a high number of Somali boys getting incarcerated? There's something going on.
Yeah.
On a brighter note, follow me on my YouTube channel.
Do it. Follow her.
Do it.
All right.
Yeah, don't forget to subscribe to Ladan's Instagram. I'll put it in the description box below. It's been great speaking to you for the first time. Hope you guys continue to tune in. And yeah. Gang.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum
Peace,
assalam wa
love.
rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Take
Peace,
care of
love.
yourselves. And that'll be the end.